Oh, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Square Circle Maniacs Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Johnny Bottles. The man to my left, ensconced in stately Wayne Manor. In the ranting room, don't you know? Decorated by his whole wife for that wonderful Christmas spirit is Dr. Don Wayne, the neckbeard psychologist. You know him, you love him. Admit it from Twitter. You know him, you love him.
Got on my ugly Christmas sweater.
Look at that shit.
Look at this thing. Says, where's it at? Where's the meaning?
It's a Mega Powers Christmas.
Mega Powers. There it is.
I just guessed.
Got it for just this occasion.
Looks fantastic.
Well,
all you need now is a real American beer and snap it to a Slim Jim. Hey,
I got a real
what an
American
evening.
beer. Schotterbach it is tonight.
Schotterbach.
I do want to thank everybody for tuning in. We are just a week away from Christmas.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. We're not sure if we're going to do a show next week. Dynamite's taping this Saturday. I wonder if we'll get the results of that early. More to talk about that later, because there's definitely a dual dichotomy in the wrestling world on who gets the report and who doesn't. But I want to start off this week because it wouldn't be a typical wrestling week if MVP wasn't bitching about Triple H again. The man lives rent-free in his head. Did you see this story that leaked out this week?
No. Hit me with it, Big Daddy.
MVP did a Q101 interview, and he said this. Tony allows more input. He has his vision, and he works with the talent. Whereas the nose, he is a little bit more dictatorial. Emphasis on dick. It's this, what we're going to do, and it's how we're going to be doing it kind of attitude.
Well, he is the booker. He's the head booker, so yeah.
Well, hold on. He says this doesn't exist in AEW. This is why AEW is not growing as a company.
You mean a failing company?
A failing company, because there's too much input from the talent with bad ideas, and Tony Khan doesn't have the snafu to say, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that. Whereas in WWE, it's like, hey, here's our ideas. Let's go with this. Yeah. CM Punk's had the run of his career the last 2 years. No one can deny that. And he's only had the belt a couple of months. Like, there's certain wrestlers that you can tell when they have inputs, and there's others where they're struggling because they don't even know what to do with their own character. So it's just, why MVP, dude? This guy, Triple H, is rent-free in this guy's head, man. It's crazy to me how rent-free he truly is.
Because he's a child that didn't get his way. You know how children are. When they get their way denied by their parents, they bitch about their parents to anybody who will listen. That's what a child does. Bitch, complain. He's making double the money he was making in WWE. And if he would go back there now, he's still making double the money that he would make right now in WWE. He's not valued as he's not viewed as a valued commodity in WWE.
Because he's not a top tier guy in WWE, whereas he is in AEW, and I get it because he's a big fish in a small pond down there. He really is.
He's a WWE manufactured product. He came in cut from whole cloth from WWE, from the WWE whole cloth as MVP. Bobby Lashley came in as Bobby Lashley, just a big badass. Shelton Benjamin, the golden standard, came in with his gimmick from WWE. They were WWE superstars, is what they are, transplanted into AEW. And we all know from everything that leaked out with Sarah Stock, the Dark Angel, from her Twitter rampage for the past 2 weeks, what happens at the booking
rampage was canceled
for collision now. For her collision on Twitter. She said that Tony Khan walks in, here's what they're going to do. He says, these are the matches that I want, and you just figure out how to get there. And he walks out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Doesn't care what the content of the matches are. Doesn't care about the pacing of the program, where to put the commercials, where to take a break, anything like that. Doesn't care about the equestrian referee hopping around the ring like a show pony. Doesn't care about anything like that. Doesn't care about the referee, Karras, the living referee, who came back from the dead to referee these matches. The corpse referee.
He was especially, by the way, hold on. He was especially awful last night in that Bucks match. I just want to put that out there.
Buddy. They're all
the
horrible.
guy, but no, he again with the bullshit with the Bucks where they're all in the ring and they're all doing their flippy floppy jumping. Everybody get choreographed moved. And he gets in the corner. He's like 4. And before he says 5, he's like, you guys got to get out. Like, come on, man. He's feckless in the ring. There's no value added from this guy being in the ring. Just have him get knocked out every match for like 10 minutes and we'll go from there. It's more believable than this ref actually acting like he's going to control anything these guys are doing.
20-minute match, Don. The first 5 minutes, he's conscious. Then he takes a ref bump on the corner for 10 more minutes. And then he wakes up for the last 5 minutes to count the pin or whatever it is. That's
well,
what
you spoke about wrestlers going to AEW. The rumor is out there, and Eric Bischoff sounded off. He on Chris Jericho's eventual return to the mothership.
Of course.
Eric Bischoff said this about Chris Jericho. He's a very smart guy, and he plans ahead. He thinks ahead. If I had to bet money, I would bet he's going to end up in the WWE. If I had to bet, and somebody would really have a reason to force me because I wouldn't want to take that bet, but if I had to, that's where I'm putting my money. He then looked towards Jericho's social media post, expressly believes the post in question had been one of those hints or subtle nods that he's been having. I don't know what the plan is, but Chris definitely has a plan, said Jericho. We've been saying it now for months. We think he's coming back. I don't know what that's going to entail. Denisha in the house. Hey, Don, how my favorite been doing? Denisha, we're great. Denisha? Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a great day. Super Chat's open. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate the support.
Give us
this year.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Looking to have a good time tonight.
Give us a thumbs up for the show, folks. It helps find our way through the YouTube algorithm. And like and subscribe. Give us a little ring-a-ling on the ding-a-ling. We'd appreciate that. It's a holiday season. Ring them bells.
It's the holiday season. So holy shit, the Bucks did a flip. No more penis biting.
The Christmas carols of Don Wayne.
I can get there in a minute. You got to give me some.
Where was he this week?
Who?
You know who. Don't make me say his name. He'll pop up like Beetlejuice. No, the dick biter.
Oh, good question. I don't know. I don't care either. Thank you again, Denisha.
Remember the rumor last week he was hurt?
Yeah, but hold on. Back to Chris Jericho. You're like a horse out of the stable. You're running in 15 directions. I don't mind the retirement last Mania match. I think that's a good idea. Last match, last everything, last. I'm of the mindset, and I might be alone because I was never a huge Chris Jericho fan myself. I don't put him, and I know some people do, and I'd be interested to hear what the chat has to say about this. Does anybody else put him on their Mount Rushmore of wrestlers? He's probably in my top 30, maybe, from my era. Like, I've seen a lot of great wrestlers.
Prime.
Yeah, I mean, prime. Even at his prime, he wasn't on my Mount Rushmore. I enjoyed him. I thought he was a really good mid-card guy. I just never got him in that top echelon of performers for me. You want to talk about my top echelon? Here's two of them. Here's two of my top 10 right here.
Right.
That's what that's
the cream of the crop.
Gold standard. Yeah.
The cream of the crop.
Cream of the
that
crop.
Reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah. Chris Jericho has the gift of gab. Back in the day, Don, he was a good-looking kid. Yeah. Acrobatic in the ring, flippy-floppy guy. Knew a lot of moves that he picked up from Japan when he did tours over there. And with Lance Storm and up through Canada, he was the Thrill Seekers. Warrior JWR for $1.99. You guys see our boy Dick Flair and Hannibal at it? Wait a minute, Flair and Hannibal were going at it?
I missed this completely. You have to fill
I missed that completely too. Oh, but when we get to AEW, I have a quote from Ric Flair about AEW.
You got to give us the info on that one, Warrior. I didn't see anything about any of that. That's some crazy work.
Put it in the chat, Warrior. We'll put it up on the screen. We got to find out what's going on here. The inquiry minds want to know. Jericho sees the value of going to WWE because he wants to go in the movies. He was in Terrifier 3. He had a bit part in Terrifier 3, if you recall, if you've seen that
movie.
Was
also, he was also in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, the sequel.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting.
He was a Klansman.
Jesus God Almighty. He's in this group, Fozzy. He's in a different group now. comprised of various members of Fozzy. He goes back and forth between these two bands. The newest band escapes me, but he's looking at being promoted for movies, concerts, things like that. I can see Fozzy doing like a mini concert at a WrestleMania, a couple songs. I can see that. Think about the reach that would have.
I can't see that. I can't see.
You can't see a retirement tour for Chris Jericho.
No, I can't. I just can't. I can see a nice little run. I can see something along that. I'm looking right now. Let me see.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the Hannibal quote. I don't see it in here. I'm trying to find it. So if you find it, let me know. I don't look. I like Jericho. I just don't love Jericho. Cena's one of my favorites. I mean, he got a lot of slack over the years. He's one of the best ever. And God knows we're going to talk about him in a minute. But I'd like to see Jericho go out like a 4-month spin, right? Come in for the Royal Rumble. He's a surprise entrant. That's how they go, right? See what I'm saying?
I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. What about Don? What about if they put him in? He's going to wrestle in the ring. What if he's part of a tag team? Young up and comer, paired up with Jericho.
I don't know who you would put him with. I don't know who.
I have no idea. Maybe Ethan Page. Ethan Page is a Canadian also. Jericho's a Canadian.
Okay. Here's what Warrior JWR said. That Flair made a comment belittling Hannibal on his channel. I'm not sure what they got into when they started, but they're going back and forth. So,
have you ever seen Hannibal's channel?
Yeah, I'd make fun of it too.
This is Hannibal. We've got some wrestling news to look at right now.
Well, here's what I got to look at right now. There is now a timeline for Will Ospreay's return in AEW.
Oh, for Christ's sake. What is it?
It ain't looking good. They're saying now August is too soon for the type of surgery he had.
Of course. His neck was jacked up before he jacked it up.
They're saying they initially thought he might be back by August. Now they're saying there's no shot in hell. They're saying it would be a long shot for him to be back by August. This is crazy. He's going to be out for a year or more, I'm betting now.
Of course. It's a neck.
I mean, that's a lot, Bottles.
You know, someone asked Kevin Owens, who had the same surgery. Asked Kevin Owens when he's expected back. He goes, not for a long time, if ever. That's what he said. Yeah,
Kevin Owens has openly talked about this might be it for him.
He might be done.
Like, this might be the last time you've ever seen him in the ring. It might be over with for him. And again, we said it going into that match that this is the type of match they tried to keep him from having, and he finally got to have the type of match he wanted. And what happened?
The type of match that they have in AEW, Don.
Yeah, just
balls of the wall, garbage wrestling. Him and Sami Zayn. He got suplexed onto a ladder. His head went through the ladder. Remember that? He got spiked.
Yeah.
Head first through the ladder, the rungs of the ladder. And they had to pull him out of there. Not a good look. Not a good feeling.
Careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
That's true.
There's also news outside of wrestling that has to do with some people that are dating.
No. Imagine that.
What are the Bella twins?
Oh, I've heard this story. Go ahead. Yeah.
Is dating one of the Eagles cornerbacks who is roughly almost 20 years younger than her.
He is 20 years younger. She's 42. He's 22. I saw that today.
I think he's 23.
Does it really
Cooper
matter?
DeJean is his name.
Cooper DeJean.
That's his name. That kind of that got my attention. Like, damn, dude, really?
It looks like Cooper DeJean likes the old vagine, if you know what I'm saying.
Apparently he likes cougars, pal. I don't know what else to say.
She just did an interview on her podcast with her sister saying that she's allegedly, Don, I saw this right before we went on air, allegedly, it's been a long time since she's had coitus. So, allegedly.
God almighty. Some things I don't need to hear. By the way, I did not have this on my radar that one of the Bella girls would be dating a cornerback for the Eagles.
Yes.
That's some wild shit to me.
Yes, it's not good. The last time she had coitus was when Rampage was a thing. AEW Rampage. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not good, Don. Not good at all.
That one kind of caught my funny bone. I don't know if you saw this or not, but
I don't know if you heard about, Nikki Bella. I heard that her vagina is going to have a retirement match.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
She's having a retirement match with Gunther.
Not doing that.
He's finally going to retire that thing.
He's going to tap it. I get it. We're not doing this. Todd Grisham did an interview where he said Bubba Ray Dudley is the biggest asshole he's ever had to work with.
Herman Siegel, 9382. Is that your locker
DeJean
combination? For $2, Cooper DeJean is another Zach Wilson.
Yes, he is. And if you know about Zach Wilson, he is another NFL quarterback who was apparently tapping his mom's best friend.
What the what?
And his fiance found out about it and married like the Redskins tight end or something. I don't know. It's a weird situation. That's the word on the street, pal.
Was mom's best friend a tight end? That's what I want to know. But go ahead, Tom.
Apparently so. I mean, she got her claws in.
There you go.
Anyway, Todd Grisham did not hold back. And this is multiple times we've heard about this. Someone told Bubba Ray.
Is this the Chris Van Vliet interview
Yes.
he just did? Okay.
Yeah. Somebody told Bubba Ray this. And Bubba Ray Dudley, I'm sure he won't even be on me saying this is the biggest asshole the WWE's ever seen. Everyone else was kind of in on the joke. He treated it like it was the real deal. He was like, you got to apologize to every single one of these people. You don't belong here. You should never have been hired. He was very serious. This is not the first time we've heard about Bubba Ray being a prick behind the scenes.
Right.
Honestly, and I'm not surprised by it. He kind of comes off as a bully anyway. That's why they call him Bully Ray.
Right.
It happens because of how he is. So not really surprised by that. Thank you very much again for the $2 sub. There's a couple other things. What do you got over there, Bottles?
Here's what I've got. A lot of comments. Well, let's look at the Wrap. The entertainment rag called the Wrap. Paramount is undeterred by Warner Brothers' rejection, forging ahead with a $30 per share offer. And just this week, Warner CEO David Zaslav with Netflix co-CEOs Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos are touring the WB lot. They took them on a guided tour of the facilities. So, be that as it may, they're going to try to refuse the Paramount offer.
They already did. They've already refused it. That's already been done.
Can it be forced? Can they go to they can't go to the Federal Trade Commission and say, hey.
No. What are you going to say? You're going to say that this superpower should be able to buy you, but this one can't? It's a free market enterprise.
It's a free market enterprise. That's true.
You can't make one of them do it and the other one not. And here's the thing. They say it's a better deal, but in that deal, Paramount takes everything. They get the channels. They get it all. And the one that Warner Brothers is considering from Netflix, they just want the movie rights and the movie channels and the HBO stuff and the Turner movies. Like, that's what they're looking for are those items. They don't want the channels at all.
They want the intellectual property.
Right.
And the movies that were made in a backlog of movies that they've made over the years so they can make money off of all that.
That and so they can make some TV shows based off of all of this shit.
Sure. Absolutely.
You give them the rights to DC, they might actually do something. Although I do have I do hold back the reins on this because they ruined Witcher by the third season. I don't know why the hell they did that. Great start, shit finish. I won't watch anymore.
Henry Cavill got out while he could. He was a smart man. Do you know the name Roger Clark? Does that mean anything to you?
Don't mean shit to me, dog.
Roger Clark is an actor. He's a voice actor who portrayed one of the most beloved figures in video game history.
Okay, I'm waiting.
He's the actor who played Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
He's come out in the defense of John Cena's WWE farewell at Saturday Night's Main Event, calling it one of the most poetic
we're
things.
Get into this now.
One of the most poetic things he's ever seen in WWE. He's a fan, by the way. I know some of you disagree, but John Cena's last match was one of the most poetic things I've ever seen in the WWE. Time waits for no one, but he controlled his goodbye. That's what he said.
Let's get into this. Let's get into this, okay?
Just both feet first. Let's jump in.
Let's jump into it. I have never seen more pearl clutching, bitching, and crying amongst the IWC than the end of this John Cena farewell tour. I have never seen a group of supposed adults complain nonstop, day after day, comment day after day. Big Nose did this wrong. Somebody did this wrong. They shouldn't have done it this way. Who the hell do you think called the final shot in this match?
Right. Who do you think picked his opponents?
Yeah.
He picked his opponents.
Newsflash.
Right.
They gave Cena free reign. He had his interview with Cody Rhodes where he said, I wanted Gunther to be the last guy the whole time. He knew where he wanted to go with this.
On that show, Saturday night's main event, John Cena requested Leon Slater and Javon Evans to wrestle. He requested AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. He requested Sol Ruka. And why not have her face Bailey? And he requested Obafemi to come out.
Hold on. By the way.
Yes.
Glenn Taylor, thank you for the 20 spot, brother. I'm trying. By the way.
By the way, what?
The chick that I'd never seen before, Sol Ruka. Never seen her before.
Yes.
Knew nothing about her. I know our boy Matzo Balls. He loves her. I get why now. She's awesome.
She's awesome.
She's got everything you want in a female wrestler.
She was
quick, agile, got a great look about her. She looked badass. Sorry.
I'm going to blow your mind right now. Did you know she's half African-American?
No, not a clue.
Yes, she is. Her father was a keyboard player for a ska punk group back in the 80s called Fishbone.
I know what Fishbone is.
Yes. He was supposedly the keyboard player for Fishbone. I posted on Twitter a picture of Gunther Sunday morning.
Hold on. Before you go there, I want to finish talking about the Cena actual match itself. I don't want to.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I don't want to get about to the fallout yet. The fallout's got to be something we talk about. And that's part of the fallout. Cena. Okay, so here it is. Right.
Go ahead.
Cena tapped out in this match.
Yes, he did, with a smile on his face.
That's the key, with a smile on his face. How do I put this bluntly? He was 1,000 steps ahead of every wrestling mark that's out there.
Yes,
every IWC geek that's going to lose his shit. And he smiled because he knew he was about to piss everybody off. He knew people were going to have their wigs split. He knew he was going to have the IWC jumping outside of their skin madder than hell. And it's okay because he had come to the decision. And this is where it gets kind of artsy. I don't want to lose you here and be like this is some damn Picasso painting, but This is the art of wrestling. John Cena wasn't just tapping out of this match. He was tapping out of the pro wrestling everything, the whole pro wrestling business. He was saying goodbye in that moment. If you were paying attention, and Bubba Ray Dudley said this, I wrote it down in my notes. John Cena just pulled a Obi-Wan Kenobi where he stared straight in the camera and disappeared forever.
Right. Like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars smiled at the camera.
Yes.
When he disappeared, when he got hit by the lightsaber and vanished. Yes, he did. It was, like Michael Cole said, he had a great quote. Pro wrestling has killed sports entertainment.
John Cena said he was going to kill pro wrestling, and they did just that.
No, I'm saying
that's all I could say.
He was going to kill pro wrestling, or he was going to kill sports entertainment. I'm going by what Michael Cole said after the match. That's what I'm saying.
I just know that everybody that complained and bitched and cried, they shouldn't have done it this way. They could have done it a million different ways. This is what he wanted. He's tapping out of the business. He's going home. It's over.
Left on his own terms.
He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it anymore.
He can't physically do it anymore.
Yeah. I don't want to do this anymore because I can't. I got too many other, pokers in the fire. I got enough shit on my plate. I'm trying to do this.
Right.
I got one, Larry. That's what I was getting.
He also had the look on his face of a mechanic after 40 years of service, finally punching his time card for the last time, knowing he's going to retire that minute. And he had that self-satisfaction on his face.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm out the door right now, and I'm leaving the business better than the way I found it. And he did.
I thought the entire card Saturday night was great from start to finish. I didn't feel like I got robbed with anything. No. I felt like, and again, this year was not great in terms of wrestling for WWE. It wasn't. The storylines a lot of times were bad. John Cena had a real rocky start, but had a rocket ship of a finish. It went the right way on the way out. And that's all you could ask for. It's not always going to run smoothly.
It was like a Maserati that you just bought, a beautiful car, but keeps breaking down once a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it fails you once a month.
3-month run. You get that 3-month run. You're like, this is why I bought this piece of shit.
Look at this shit. I'm on the side of the road. Call AAA. And then you're up and running for another 3 months. Oh, for Christ's sake. Yes.
I am glad that it ended this way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that he had his moment. He left his shoes in the ring. He walked out the ring. That was the end of it. He saluted, and that was the end of it. Now, the other part of this was people crying that he lost. Oh, he shouldn't have lost. You don't go out on your back. Okay, I get it. I get the new school age thinking that the face wins sometimes in today's world, right? I get that. Right. John Cena's old school. He came up old school. John Cena was used to driving around with guys in cars back in the day. I know it doesn't happen anymore. He wanted to go out old school on his back. It was his decision to make. The other part is Gunther, who I didn't think could get any more over as a heel. Bottles, here's your quote. Go ahead. Your discussion.
I posted a picture of Gunther Sunday morning, and I said, the caption was in my tweet, the biggest heel in pro wrestling today. No one comes close to this guy. No one. Right now. At this point. I didn't say right now. Maybe I should have. But I said the biggest heel in pro wrestling today. No one comes close to this guy. No one. He's a Killer Kowalski, Harley Race type of wrestler. No nonsense. We're going to leave it all in the ring. I'm going to beat the hell out of you. I expect you to beat the hell out of me. If I potato you, it's on purpose. You're going to potato me right back, and I don't care. And wouldn't you know, I'm not going to mention the man's name. Wouldn't you know, if you leave a donut on your kitchen counter overnight and you got a bit of a bug problem, they're all going to come swarming out. One of them came out and said to me, he's not a badass like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. The way he's presented doesn't have the intensity and look. And he's a mid-carder. He's being pushed as one of the top stars, one of the top main guys. It would be if Regal beat Goldberg, who was the top draw. And also Gunther had cheers on Raw and some boos.
I watched Raw today just to make sure I rewatched it.
I want to clarify one thing. This young man responded after Raw on Monday to my Sunday morning tweet. So we both watched Raw. Did you hear any cheers for Gunther?
Gunther could work in any decade, and that's why he's one of the best heels out there. Thank you, Herman. And that's exactly right.
Absolutely.
I watched Raw. Cheer my ass. They wanted to get at his ass. They wanted to get their hands on him. He didn't even say but a handful of words when he came out. As soon as his music hit, they came unglued. He got up on the announcer's desk and put his hands up. They went insane. They were ready to throw shit in the ring at that point in time. He got in the ring. They cut him off from talking multiple times. And then he just said, I made Cena tap out.
Like a little bitch.
Like I said I would. Like a little bitch.
And he walked back up the ramp and thought better of it and turned around and came back down to milk the booze and the hatred even more. That is an old school heel. If they ever decide to turn that man babyface, he'll be the biggest babyface in the company. I guarantee it because of what he can do. Because of what he can work a microphone. He knows what his mission is. The guy's fantastic.
And it didn't end there. Oh, no. You thought he was done? Hell no. They show Gunther walking through the backstage area, and everybody is scowling at this dude. The officials are scowling. The other wrestlers are scowling. The stagehands are scowling. And Pierce comes up, the quote-unquote Raw general manager, and says, oh, yeah, you feeling real good about yourself? And he's smiling here, and he goes, yes, actually, I'm feeling great about myself. He says, I tell you what, why don't you go home then? He walks out to the parking lot. AJ Styles is sitting by his car. He doesn't say anything. He just gets in, gets ready to leave, rolls the window down. AJ looks in at the window, and he just goes, and drives off.
And he laughed his ass off as he drove off. It was great. It was glorious. It was glorious. Did you see that night on Saturday Night's Main Event while he's walking back to the ring, the interaction he had with a kid?
Who,
Did
Gunther?
you see that?
Yeah, yelling at the kid. Yeah.
The kid was actually yelling at him.
Yeah, I know, but he yelled back at the kid. F you! That sucks.
You know what? You just came out of nowhere.
Everyone hates you.
I'm civilized.
He goes, I'm civilized. You're not. Loved it.
Great.
Loved it. That's an old school heel.
Warrior
When he
JWR
left-
for $1.99. Who taps out from a sleeper for real? They don't. They
pass
don't,
out.
which is what makes it even better.
He walked to his car, and they
Good
had to
point,
have
by the
extra
way.
security
Yes.
to follow him out that night to his car because people were outside waiting for him, screaming at him.
I was wondering, so I want to talk about this real quick. Did you see the outside videos from fans where they were following him to his bus? And
I
there
just
was
said that.
I'm asking, did you see it though?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. He's yelling back at the fans the whole time. You suck. No, but I made Cena tap. And he's just talking shit the whole way. He gets in his bus. He gets in his bus in the doorway and goes, and just shuts the bus door. And there
Would
they
you
go.
mess with that man? Would you
No,
you come
he's
after
a
him?
big guy. Thank you, Warrior. By the
That
way,
guy.
he's a big guy. People don't realize how big Gunther is. He is a 6'5", 260-pound ogre with
Yes,
long
he is.
arms. He's a
Yes, he is.
big ass dude, man.
He's like a modern Killer Kowalski, if you remember Killer Kowalski from the old days.
Yes.
Just a madman.
It makes me wonder where this is going with AJ Styles now moving forward.
I think it's going to be AJ Styles versus Gunther in a retirement match. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to give him the retirement gimmick. That's what's going to be.
That would be cool. I could get behind this.
And
There
they're
were a
all-
couple other spots. Whoops, go ahead.
They're all mad about the way Cena went out. It could have been like Brian Danielson over at AEW with a plastic bag over his head.
What? Right? We're okay with the plastic bag spot, but God
Right.
forbid he taps out.
Right. Suffocate the man, but don't let him tap out.
You dumbasses. What are we thinking here?
And then the Jeff Jarrett quote, who also works for, he's still gainfully
I'm
employed,
glad
folks,
you
by
brought this
AEW.
up.
You'll
Oh,
only see
God.
him on a pre-show. You'll only see this guy on a pre-show for a pay-per-view. Love watching movies when the superhero gets destroyed in a final scene and then dies. Even better is when my favorite sports team not only gets beat, but gives up with a smile on their face. Makes me feel good about spending time, money on the night. Facepalm emoji. Creative is subjective. They all came for Jeff Jarrett.
Hold
with
on. Wait,
torches
that's
lit.
not all he said. He also said this was the worst finish he's ever seen. Let's stop right there because I want to remind the audience. I want to remind the people that watch. Thank you again for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button. We are on Spotify now. Check us out there if you're at
Yes.
the workplace and can't get great internet connection. Jeff Jarrett, the Jeff Jarrett I'm speaking of,
Mhm.
is the same guy that was in the match when David fucking Arquette won the WCW championship. Did you hear what I said? David
Yes.
Arquette, the actor, is an ex-WCW champion in a match that involved Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett is also the guy that laid down in the middle of the ring with Hulk Hogan in there, who Hulk Hogan then said, "This is bullshit."
Right.
So Jeff Jarrett should shut the hell up about bad booking decisions when you're literally in two of the worst ones in wrestling history. If not, well, definitely the worst one. The David Arquette decision is by far the worst ever.
Luigi Tron 51. Thanks for the 5 spot, my friend. Same people mad at the same people that critique Cena all these years. Can we continue Cougar talk instead of AEW Dynamite talk? Let's talk about older women bagging young athletes. Let's go for it.
Bag a lot of guys.
Let's talk about old men trying to bag young women. Ric Flair came out and said about Cena's retirement tour. Well, the reason retirement tour worked well for Sting is because no one at AEW is worth putting over. Did you see that quote?
I did see that quote.
It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable that he would come out and say that when he's still under contract at AEW. The man's still collecting a paycheck, no matter what pittance it is for AEW. It's amazing. Have you you're aware that John Cena did a episode of What Do You Want to Talk About with Cody Rhodes?
Yes, I was mentioning that a little bit ago.
Have you seen some of the quotes from that?
I've seen a couple, but they don't come off the top of my head. I talked about a little while ago when he said he picked Gunther for his actual opponent.
He said that Gunther shouldn't respect him due to the differences in their wrestling worldview. I see things from a different plane. He sees things from the ring. And I love that because he is relentless in mastery of a piece of canvas. Relentless. We could talk about a myriad of things. You'll have a later conversation with him, but it will be enthusiastic. He is, you like flat, what's that?
And yes, Mr.
Like
Nobody.
White? You like a flat white? He's a coffee nerd. I guess a flat white is a type of coffee drink. I don't know.
Yes,
but with wrestling and with purpose, he has an idea of what it should be and an idea of what offends him. I cannot tell you how much respect I have for him. I know he's not going to say the same thing about me, and he shouldn't, but I'm okay with that. It is such an honor to be able to step in there with someone whose moniker is the Ring General. And in my last
Thank
one,
you, Luigi.
if I could add a star to his uniform, someone who believes the mat is sacred, I believe the same thing. We just see it through different lenses. I hope you hate him on. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Thank you again, Luigi. We appreciate it. Mr. Nobody, yes, that quote was from Jeff Jarrett. It was also from Conrad Thompson on his actual show. So, yes, if that's what you were asking. So,
Gunther, hang on a second. Gunther just did an interview with Inside the Ring. Gunther on the difference between retiring John Cena versus retiring Goldberg. Listen to this. Goldberg's a big name, but it's not comparable to what John Cena represents.
He's
a
right heel,
there.
Pal. He's a heel.
And he's right. Goldberg's a big name, but he's no John Cena.
He's a heel.
Absolutely. I love it.
God, what are people going to get this? I did want to talk about a couple of things on Raw this week other than just Gunther. Gunther, by the way, was awesome. They did reveal the guy that we thought was the man in the black mask the whole time is the guy in the black mask.
Mm-hmm.
Drum roll bottles. Who is it?
Austin Theory, like we said.
And we thought it was to begin with, so no big deal.
Right.
Vince Russo stuck his foot in his mouth about Stephanie McCoy this week. Vince Russo said she cannot speak the American language. Why are they putting the belt on her? Okay, stop.
You gave him credit there. You threw a lot of extra words in there in that comment.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me get to it.
Yes.
Vince Russo, if you're not aware, is the same jackass that can't stop saying bro every 3 words in any sentence in the history of ever. He can't stop saying, he leads off with bro, 3 words in, he says bro, he ends in bro. If I were to put them both in an English, I don't know, 9th grade English class, I'd put my money on Stephanie passing versus the broski.
Buddy, I can't listen to his podcast or any of his stuff on YouTube. I can't listen to any of that because of the word bro. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. I can't. It's like listening to somebody who's got Tourette's syndrome, where they have a tick, they just keep repeating a word over and over again. It's insane. And I used to love Vince Russo, but in WWE, not in WCW. But
the other part that got my attention is all of the AEW tribalist weirdos keep going on about Stephanie McCoy this week. They're ruining her. She's awful. I can't believe that they've made this world-class wrestler a one-move chump. If you're not watching the product, which they all are, they hate the fact that within a year she went to WWE and is one of the top female performers that they have right now. And I'm not a big female wrestling fan. We all know that. I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and pound the test for the most day or the desk for the most days. Right. She's different. She's got that aura about her. She's got something special that you can't quite put your finger on it. And when she gets in the ring, she's dynamo. So for all the neckbeards crying, for Vince Russo bitching, get over yourself.
Buddy, they're
Yeah,
pissed off
she's
because she
amazing.
didn't stay in AEW.
That's
They
exactly
think-
why they're piss bottles.
They think somehow she could have been a big force in AEW if she would have stayed there and got signed and taken that offer from Tony Khan. She would have been home emailing Camille. That's what she would have been doing. Emailing Camille and Wardlow. What are you guys going to do for lunch? That's what she would be doing.
I did want to talk about one other point of note here. There was reportedly a boxed NXT finish this week.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Blake Monroe was pinned in a women's North American match, title match. She was pinned by young up-and-comer Thea Hale.
The ref counted 3 because her shoulders didn't come up. And the report is this was a botched finish. And WWE is now saying that they are going to start changing how they do production meetings moving forward. That from now on, until the match is done, anybody that has cut a promo or a segment for the next week will not be allowed to leave until the entire show has finished.
Right.
This is all coming from Sean Ross Sapp. So here's my point on this.
No, well,
I don't buy. Okay. This is where it
There's more-
originated from. No.
That's
It
where it
all
originated from.
It originated from Sean Ross
Fightful.
Sapp.
Yes, from
Okay.
Fightful Select.
Here's
It's been
what I'm going
backed
to say
up.
about that.
Go ahead.
They can back it up all they want. This is my point. Sean Ross Sapp hasn't had any good information or intel on the WWE now in over a year and a half, 2 years, because his inside mole got found out and got ousted. Dave Meltzer has been wrong 95% of the time when he's giving you inside information. This feels like a worked segment to me where they're trying to get all of these dirt sheets to get shit all over their face again, only to find out 4 months down the road, this was the plan the whole time, to discredit them more, because WWE has never been more tight-lipped in the history of the show. Thanks all, Jake. Have good luck, buddy. That's my opinion. I don't feel like this was a botch at all. I truly believe this was a worked segment in the show that was supposed to look like a botch to get the dirt sheets running down the street, chasing false information that they leaked to them. That's my opinion.
Well, that's where we differ. And we talked about this earlier today on the phone. That's where we differ. PW Insider, the head guy over there, well, the second in command, but because Dave Scherer really doesn't break any stories anymore. He's more posting commentary, the guy who owns Pro Wrestling Insider. Mike Johnson is the head reporter for Pro Wrestling Insider, a man who triple checks his sources and all the details. He said that this was a legit botch. Thea Hale did that back senton or whatever you want to call it off the ropes onto Blake Monroe, then rolled her on her right side. So she knocked the wind out of the girl. The girl couldn't get her breath back. Then she realized, I can't pin her. I got her on her side. And she shifted forward and leaned into her. And her hair, long blonde hair, and Blake Monroe's long blonde hair, they covering Blake Monroe's right shoulder. The referee was on the right side. He counted the 3. And as his hand came down for the 3 count, Blake Monroe got her wind back and raised her right shoulder.
Her shoulder never came up.
Her shoulder came up.
Her arm did. Her shoulder never did. I watched it 5 times.
Her shoulder came up.
Did not come up. It did not.
It was
come up.
covered with both of their hair, Don. You have to go back and watch it again.
Watch.
It was a botch. Thea Hale was a little anxious. She's her gimmick is she's a hyperactive cheerleader type. That's what Thea Hale's gimmick is, who loves the arm bar. The main event for women, for the women's North American title at NXT Deadline, which is their PLE that's coming up in a couple of weeks, it was going to be Thea Hale versus Blake Monroe for Blake Monroe's North American Championship. And if you think in the opening match with NXT that they're going to do a title change like that, just to F with the dirt sheets, I disagree with that completely. Why pick Blake Monroe and Thea Hale on a show that does, what did it do, 600,000, 607,000 this week?
I'm just telling you.
Why wouldn't you do it on SmackDown with a bigger name? Why wouldn't you do it on Raw with a bigger name? Why do it with Thea Hale and Blake Monroe if you're going to do a swerve and swerve the dirt sheets?
It's not a swerve. I'm not even saying they're doing it just to swerve the dirt sheets. I'm saying it feels like it's part of the storyline, and the dirt sheets thought it was a botch, and they're running with it. Like, okay, you think it was a botch? Here's a bunch of bullshit now.
It was a botch. That's why they're changing their policy. They're not allowing talent to leave the show.
No, hold on. We don't even know that because this is what Sapp said they're doing.
No. Johnson said it. Johnson said it also. Yes. I read it today. If you can sit there and read what Sapp said and parrot that on the show.
Sean Ross Sapp is what it said.
And I'm talking about what Mike Johnson said?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Go back and read it. He quoted Sean Ross Sapp's magazine. That's where he got his info from.
Mike Johnson's got sources in the WWE. He wouldn't have to quote Sir Sean Ross Sapp, a man that he can't stand.
Number 2, I don't care if it was a botch or not. The ref counted 3, and he should have. People are making way too much of a deal out of this to begin with.
People don't realize that the referees, a referee that I haven't seen, he's only refereed a couple of matches that I've seen on NXT, this young guy, they're in NXT referee school while they're down there in the Performance Center. They're learning their craft also.
Again.
So
we'll see where this goes. I just want to get that out there because God knows enough people were crying about this week, and I don't see what the big deal is.
Yesterday, they taped 2 episodes of NXT. The next 2 episodes are in the can. And they had to go back.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
According to who?
According to who?
Sean Ross Sapp is the one that originally reported this.
Reported what?
That they had to go back and do all this shit now.
No, I'm talking about they're giving everybody NXT like they did the last 3 years, off for Christmas and off for New Year's.
I get that.
So they're taping both episodes of the shows that for Christmas week and New Year's week. They taped both of those episodes last night. And they had to go back and redo a bunch of pre-tapes that they already had in the can. The backstage little vignettes they did that concern Blake.
To who?
According to Mike Johnson.
Again, someone that doesn't work there. That's my point.
Well, by your logic, what you're saying right now, for any news coming out of NXT, it'd have to be reported by someone who actually works for that company. Someone would actually have to be interviewed.
That's the whole point of the wrestling community, is that most of the shit is bullshit, and you got to cipher through it. You got to figure out what's real and what's not.
Absolutely. But everything that Mike Johnson has ever reported over the last 10 years of me following Mike, everything that's been reported by Mike Johnson has been triple checked by Mike Johnson. Otherwise, he would not put it on his website. And that's a fact.
Yeah, Don Wade triple checked his own work. Don Wade says it's good. We're going to run with it. Okay, buddy. Whatever you think. You're not always right. That's all I can say. You're not always right. I'm not saying I am.
I'm not saying I am either.
I'm not buying this for a minute. I'm not buying this for a minute. I did want to talk about last night's AEW shit show that was in England.
Hang on a second. One more thing from Raw.
What's that?
Have you seen the forehead of Gonzo?
Yeah, I saw that. What the hell happened to her?
She got thrown to the ring steps by Nikki Bella.
Well, yeah, no, is that what that was from?
That's what that was from. Yes, and it also happened to Kiana James. Kiana James from SmackDown got spiked into the ring steps a few weeks ago. And she's got a huge hematoma on her forehead. I don't know if you can quite see it. You can't see my cursor going.
How do you not
here.
see that? Jesus, dude.
It's unbelievable, dude. It's just huge hematoma. I don't know what you do. Ice it, lance it. What do you do to get rid of something like that?
You just got to ice it.
You just got to ice it.
Damn. That's hard times, pal.
It's hard times. Not good at all.
All right. Here we go. Last night's wrestling show was AEW. They were in England. They had 10,815 tickets distributed. It holds 18,600 people.
A good showing.
You want to take that down, Bottles?
Oh, sorry, pal.
All I heard all week, out of the
Yeah.
diehards, out of the AEW diehards, the sickos, if you will, was, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? There's 10,000 people. You still had half a house, and you haven't been in England in almost, 6 months? And you're still not doing what you thought you'd do. Longer than that, actually, now think about it, shit, because All In was in Texas this year. Didn't even go to England. So it's been a while.
Right.
It's been a while since you were in England with your shitty wrestling show. It's been a while.
They made a big deal about that AEW Dark they were going to do for one night only.
Yeah.
It was a half hour long. I saw that on YouTube. It was free on YouTube. I saw that last night. It was horrible.
I don't want to get into the, I'm not going to do the usual breakdown every match. I do have some notes from this thing, though, that just, boy, pal, when it's bad, it's bad. This show, by the way, was pre-taped, and this is sort of my biggest bitch about the wrestling,
I know where
quote
you're going
unquote,
with this.
journalist.
I know where you're going with this.
There was a surprise return by MJF last night, a surprise return.
Sure.
And the show was pre-recorded. And all I thought to myself when he came out was, I didn't see a word out of anybody on X yesterday at all about any spoilers, about him, about MJF coming back, about any of this shit. I can go on my phone right now and tell you the two next NXT shows, because the spoilers are out there and they're all over Dave's shit and Sean Ross's shit and all those goon shit. I can also tell you what SmackDown's going to do this week and next week. I've got those spoilers. But you're going to tell me that this show that was filmed 5 hours before it debuted in the U.S., none of these guys had the inside knowledge that MJF returned? That's what you're going to tell me as a wrestling fan, that you're an unbiased journalist, that they got the drop on you with this. Stop telling me the bullshit that these guys don't have a dog in the fight. Stop. It's nonsensical. It's a non-starter if you tell me that they're quote-unquote reporters. They're hacks. They're fanboys that have the ear of Tony Khan, and they do his bidding. He said, don't say anything about this on X, and they didn't. And this is a prime example of it.
Don, are they grifters?
No, they're just...
Are they money grifters? They're money grifters is what they are.
Well, they are.
They're money grifters. Yeah. How much
bullshit I don't want to hear
that
shit anymore.
Right.
I didn't hear a single thing about this show all day yesterday on X. I didn't hear one result. Not one.
It was, they taped it like noon our time, I think, or 2 o'clock our time. Because
I want to say it was, 2 o'clock our time, I think.
Yeah.
Horseshit, Bottles. It's horseshit.
The show or the fact
Both.
that it was kept under wraps?
Both.
They're not going to kill their golden goose. They're the social. They are the social media street team for AEW Dynamite, for the AEW company and Tony Khan. That's what they are. They're the street team.
By
But
the
what
way,
do we
thank you
know?
all for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notifications button. We are also on Spotify. John Moxley and Roderick Strong start this show right away, and we go, it's the Continental Classic. We get a Cody Rhodes chant on this match within a minute of this match starting. A Cody Rhodes chant.
I called him up. I said, are they chanting Cody Rhodes? Are you hearing this? I'm just about a minute in.
I couldn't. It was literally like a minute and a half in. They start chanting Cody Rhodes. This can't be good for them. I said, holy shit, this is crazy.
Unbelievable.
And I wrote this down because someone said,
what is that song? What is that song? Daddy Cool. Cody Rhodes.
Yes.
Daddy Cool.
That's
a song from the late 70s, early 80s. That was big in England.
At the 450 mark, Roderick Strong and Moxley begin walking around the crowd outside of the ring in the arena and start trading forearms in the Continental Classic. Are there no countouts now in the Continental Classic? Am I missing the rules?
You're not missing the rules. There are no rules in AEW. Only when it's only when it feeds the narrative of the where they want to go at the very end of the match.
They get back in the ring finally. Roderick standing around, and Jon Moxley hits the dreaded forearm suicida. And I thought the masked goof was just going to start punching his sock puppet the minute he got to say suicida. He was so excited. And it wouldn't be the last time this goof would say this. What the fuck is this forearm suicida? That's a thing now?
Is it a flying forearm like AJ Styles does? No.
It's a flying forearm through the ropes, and that's it.
Flying forearm suicida.
They exchange forearms.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Again in the ring.
If Tony Schiavone pulls his wig off and throws it through the ropes, is it a toupee suicida?
It would be a toupee suicida. Yes.
Gotcha.
It might be a rug suicida.
The rug suicida.
We get a segment in this match where Roderick Strong moves the steps out next to the ring, gets up, goes to hit a move. Moxley does this old classic nails down your back move to get that spot.
Does he have
He
long
goes
nails?
to, yes, of course. Moxley goes to give the
Stupid
pile driver.
shit.
Wait, hold on. He goes to give the pile driver, and they end up in this sloppy exchange so Roderick Strong can then give Moxley the move on the steel steps. It was the sloppiest bunch of bullshit I saw in the entire show. This was by far the sloppiest thing I saw in this show, and that's saying something.
Was it a case of, I want to do this move, and him, we're not going to do that move. Well, we're going to do this move. I don't want to do that move. Let's do this move. I want to do this move.
It literally looked like, okay, you do the nail thing, and then I'll get the reverse thing, and then, okay, I'm going to drop you. Here we go.
Let's
It
do a
just-
go
it
behind.
I hit the
Roderick
fast
Strong is a great wrestler, dude. He is a good wrestler.
Don't care. I hit the fast forward button.
don't
Moxley
blame you.
wins. Strong now has 0 points in this tournament. He's eliminated from winning, but he still has 3 matches left. So let me get this straight, or 2 matches left. He can't win the damn thing, but he has to keep wrestling in it.
If everyone else does bad, he has a possibility of winning 6 points from 2 matches.
I have no idea.
I don't know how it works. I don't know. All I know is he's banging Footloose. He's married to Marina Shafir, and that's punishment enough. You don't know
Eddie
her. You don't know her.
I don't have a clue. Eddie Kingston promo, he says he learned from his loss. Okay. Don Callis comes out to his brown note playing.
Brown nose?
Brown note.
Here we go. Mark 7731 with a 5 spot. Thank you, Mark. Always good to see your smiling face by the flag. Bottles, everyone at AEW is wearing a rug. I'm surprised the dirt sheets do not pass that info as legit journalism. LOL. There's a couple guys in WWE I think are wearing rugs too. CM Punk's one of them.
He comes out to his brown note music. Just god awful. Out comes words, Takeshita. Takeshita looks great. Everything
does.
about this guy I like.
does.
Takeshita looks the part. He walks like a badass. He looks like a badass. He's I don't know. Just something about him. I believe everything about him.
Something about him has changed the last year where we thought
Yeah.
he was just a goof with a mole in his nose. But now he's pissed off at everybody, and he's showing it like a badass, like a Japanese badass. He just needs somebody who's going to take the time to be his manager and speak for him, which Don Callis doesn't do. He'd rather sit there on commentary instead of being a Bobby Heenan at ringside, interfering in matches and yelling and distracting the referee. They've lost all that, Don. They've lost it all. Oh, by the way, a toupee suicida, then what that is, that's Japanese, toupee suicida. In American, as Vince Russo would say, in American, that means throw rug. It just came
Out comes, well, here we go, right? Because this is a 3-way match, and I didn't know this coming into it. Out comes Hector Zero. And Hector Zero standing next to Takeshita.
Wait a second. Hector Zero?
I think that's what they said his name was, Hector Zero.
Oh, Hechicero. Yes, Hector Zero.
Yeah, Hector Zero. I just said
That's Hector Zero. That Hechicero is Hector Zero is American for Hechicero. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mark. So Hector Zero comes out, and then Okada comes out alone. Is he with this group or not? Like, I get that they're trying to sell a story with him and Takeshita eventually, but right now they're supposed to be together. So what the hell are we doing here?
What's Okada's first name?
I don't remember.
Kazuchika Okada. You know what Kazuchika means in Japanese? Dictator. Dictator.
Okay. Then some god-awful elite music hits, and out come the Bucks. Then Omega comes out to his music, and they walk down together, and I said, oh, my God, I don't think I can sit through this. Within 3 minutes, we get all of the flippy flying shit going down. Here we go again.
Omega looks like Michael Madsen from Kill Bill. Rolled out of the trailer with his hair all askew, late for his job at the strip club as a bouncer. That's what he looked like. He looks horrible. Horrible. But go ahead, Don.
I cannot watch this trash with these guys because it's the same shit every show, man. Nothing changes. They're all going. Eventually, the Young Bucks turn into the Road Warriors that can do flips and no one can touch them, and then the ref can't control them, and it just gets out of control. And this was a prime example. And then eventually, Okada and Takeshita refuse to work with each other because they're trying to make them a storyline that no one's buying into. I can't understand this. Hector comes back in the ring and does some Dragon Ball Z shit after he does a move. I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know what that is. He was doing it when he was walking down a ramp.
What are you doing, bro? Either this dude legit thinks he is a Dragon Ball Z warrior, or he is tripping his balls off from a rave last night, and he's still there. He's building the magic ball on the way to the ring.
He's the Spanish Goku. You didn't know that?
He's
the
still
Mexican
got the
Goku.
music. He's still got the music in his head. That's him the whole way to the ring. In the ring, shit was awful.
Any Hollywood producers out there who want to hire Hector Zero for a remake of Dragon Ball Z, go right ahead. He's out there. He's out there. He's really willing and able.
The Elite lose. I'm moving on. Tony Toupee gets in the ring, and it's time for the contract signing.
That thing looked greased down. It looked oily. It looked like it was underneath his car all night long.
How?
It looks like he pulled it out of the ditch at Jiffy Lube, out of the subflooring at Jiffy Lube. He looked horrible.
Why was he wearing Papa Smurf's fucking pajamas, by the way? Bitch was bluer than a blueberry.
He was bluer than blue, sadder than sad. Remember that song from the 70s? Bluer, yes. Sing it. Go ahead.
I can't remember all the words.
He's horrendous.
Song. This shit, and out comes
you
Paige.
You don't remember?
With his
bluer than blue, sadder than sad. My toupee is extraordinarily mad.
That's pretty good. Good job.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. I don't have the singing voice you do, pal, but go ahead.
Out comes Paige, who apparently has decided chains are now part of his makeup. He's got the chain around his neck again. I don't get what this look is. If he's a cowboy, shouldn't he have a rope around his neck? That
would be racist, wouldn't it? Oh, no, he's a white guy. Go ahead.
Then out comes Swerve with his god-awful new song that no one gives a shit about, and he's got chains around his neck.
He should have chains around his neck. What the hell's going on?
I have no idea what we're doing here.
You got a black guy coming out with chains around his neck? That's like Harlem Heat, circa 1999.
All we're missing is Colonel Tom Parker, and we got it back.
Yeah.
His music, by the way, I'm sorry, that's bad, Bottles. You can't hear what he's saying. No one can make out the words. Go back to the shit that people could dance to. Do that, because that's what they enjoyed.
He's got a manager that doesn't talk. Figure that one out. What does Prince Nana do for Swerve?
He is a good hype man. He's a good hype man.
He's a good hype man, but then again, he's the Flava Flav of the whole Swerve Strickland experience. It really is. Just a guy who runs in, and does the dance and all that crazy shit. Swerve is terrible. He can't cut a promo. It was horrendous.
Well,
and Hangman Adam Page. Just look, dude. Hangman Adam Page, if you're watching, we really don't know who watches this podcast, but a lot of the shit that we say on this podcast all of a sudden happens a couple of weeks later after we say it. Don't scream your promos.
Agreed.
Stop screaming your promos. Stop yelling. It's just because you're yelling your promos doesn't mean
it's getting over.
It's not getting over. Think
Samoa Joe, I hate you. Do you know what I want to do to you? Samoa Joe, I hate you. Which one was better?
Think Jake the Snake Roberts, and more Jake the Snake Roberts and less Ricky Morton. All you need now is, let me tell you something, Daddy. Say that before you start talking if you're going to scream like Ricky Morton.
Samoa Joe comes out with his 2 titles, Swerve with Hobbs and the Bedhead. So we got the 3-way match contract signing in the ring. Tony Toupé, I don't know what this guy's doing. Swerve cut a good promo in this moment. It's the best promo he's had. I'll give him that much. It's the best one he's done, Bottles. It's the best one he's done. Hangman. Now, this is where it just goes off the rails.
Off the cliff.
Hangman goes, Joe, you and I were friends 3 months ago. Dude, Tony Khan and his friends thing, man. Every time he can't get away from it. You were my friend. We were friends.
When it comes to belts and money, no one's friends.
All that's missing from this point now is for one of these wrestlers to come out and look at the other wrestler and go, I remember when we used to dock together. And that's all we need next. That's the next point.
I remember when you and I used to FaceTime at night.
And dock.
What's dock mean? What is dock? Don't run away. Don't skirt this issue. I'm an old man. What does dock mean? We used to dock.
I'll tell you off the air.
Oh, is it a yes, it's one of those type of references.
Yes, it is.
Does it have anything to
do?
Does it have anything to do with butt stuff? Because I'm out. I'm checking out right now. I'm ringing the bell.
No.
I'm hitting the end stream button. Okay.
It doesn't.
Thank you.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Why was Hangman's boots pointed up to the ceiling like the Wicked Witch of the West? Did you notice those fucking boots?
Yes, it was a toe curling moment for Hangman Page. He was all excited. His toes were actually bending the leather and the metal tips of his boots. He was so excited. He looked like a if the Village People had a genie, that's what he would look like with those curled toes.
And all of a sudden the music hits and MJF comes out and the crowd goes banana.
He came out.
I'm going to gargle your piss.
He's going to gargle your piss right then and there.
And he says he's throwing his hat in the ring. He talks a whole bunch of shit. Now he's turning this in. Well, he did have some new plugs. He says he's going to turn this into a 4-way match. Finally, MJF returns, an actual star in this company. I like Samoa Joe. You like him more than I do. I believe we can both agree MJF is the biggest star in this promotion.
Out of the 4 men in the ring, rate their star power from 1 to 4.
MJF's a 4.
No,
MJF's
I mean, who's number 1?
MJF, Samoa Joe, Swerve, and then Hangman.
I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I would say that.
Nothing about Hangman moves the needle for me.
I like Hangman Page in the ring when he's not doing hardcore garbage. I like Hangman Page in the ring. The shotgun lariat is a great move. It's so good even Logan Paul stole it from him.
Agreed.
But he does it better, I think. But anyway, I think that Hangman Page is a good talent. Someone needs to take him to a promo class. He needs to spend a month driving around in a car with Jake Roberts to talk about the business.
No, he does not.
What do you mean?
So the
Jake,
first
teach
time
him
I drank my own piss.
Back then in the 80s, we just called it piss drinking. Now they say you're a soft tissue drinker right from the tap.
Anyway, we go from this to
Yes.
8-Ball and Kevin Knight cutting a promo backstage, and I couldn't fast forward that shit fast enough.
It was like two guys asking each other out on their front lawns, Oh, you weed whack this, or you got an edger? What's going on here? How you do this?
After that, we get Footloose coming out amongst the fans, gets angry at a fan that touched her, and
Don't
yells,
effing touch
"Don't
me."
fucking touch me!"
Right,
Why
on
are
live
you
TV.
walking around the fans then?
Why are you dropping F-bombs when they're uncensored? Because the guy with his finger by the button didn't expect it. And you know what? You know what, Don? It's a tape show. Why would they go back and cut that out?
Why would you edit that? Yes. The Booker of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Megan Baines with this. Athena's out there, and Mercedes Moné, who apparently lost one of those English titles she won. She
on
lost
Corrision.
it while she was over there, so on Corrision. So
on Corrision.
We got that.
Who won that belt? That's important. I know who won the belt. Ospreay's wife. Who?
Wait, hold on. Let me look around here. Hold on. It's confirmed. No one gives a shit.
I understand that completely. I'm just throwing that nugget of information out there to you. And you can wipe your ass with that nugget of information. That's how impactful it is. No one gives a shit.
I'm not watching this.
No one gives a shit about Ospreay's wife. She's done.
I don't care about this. Fast forward this to the end, and I did, and I'm glad I did.
Are they going to do a gimmick?
Moné gets the pin.
Are they going to do a gimmick where she slowly loses these belts?
If they're doing it now, and it's terrible because no one knows when she's dropping them because it's happening on Corrision.
Corrision is really the redheaded stepchild of AEW, right next to Wardlow and Camille. And Scorpio Sky.
The last match of the evening is Kyle versus the Dynamite Kid's reincarnation on more steroids, also known as Pac.
Pac took a piss backstage before he went to the ring, and they still can't put the fire out in the toilet.
Yeah, dude. My God, dude, is he on the gas? Holy
my
shit,
God.
Guys.
I watched that back, and then we were on the phone together. I said you could show a movie on that dude's back. That's how solid and massive he is now.
He really does have Dynamite Kid syndrome. There's no way you can tell me he doesn't. He really does.
Great in the ring, though.
Great in the ring.
I'm a fan of Pac. I like Pac, but
Anyway,
the little frame. How are you going to support all that? In about 10 more years.
Kyle lost, so there you go.
I'm telling you right now, Kyle Fletcher is paying the price for crippling Adam Cole for putting him out of the business. You scoffed at me last week.
I don't buy that. No,
now you're scoffing at me again. I think so.
I'm not buying that. No, sorry. There's big plans for Kyle.
Of course, there were big plans for Kyle, but they're all put on the wayside now. Maybe he's got a bad attitude backstage. Who the fuck knows?
I know this much. This show was abysmal. Raw was good. SmackDown has become just another tedious watch. If you want to watch it, it's boring. There's really nothing happening. They have got to do something with Road Dogg running that show. I don't care if they fire him, kick him in the ass, or throw him in a curb. Do something on SmackDown to get me interested again.
If you miss SmackDown from any Friday night, you could just go on YouTube and type in WWE SmackDown highlights, and you can watch an 8-minute video that tells you everything you need to know, all the bullet points, and you don't have to watch that garbage. But then again, we're just WWE shills, Don. Look, they're telling everybody to watch it on YouTube. They love WWE. They're sending people to the YouTube channel. Oh,
shut up, nerd.
Break. Give me a break. Jesus Christ, these orange-fingered basement goblins coming at us every week. We want to do a show at the end of the year, just reading the mean comments that we get from the YouTube channel. It's really quite epic. It's very, very, it's quite breathtaking, actually.
It is nothing like a shorn scrotum. It's breathtaking. I suggest you try it.
Yes.
I want to thank everybody for watching. We are thinking of doing a show next week. We're not sure yet. Stay tuned. We might take a break for Christmas.
It might be Tuesday if we do one.
Yeah. If we do one, look for it to pop up Tuesday. Probably not, though. Probably the best bet is we're going to come back on January 1st. January, New Year's Day, refresh with our top best of 2025 countdown.
We got to talk about one thing before we go. Sports Illustrated. The Sports Illustrated.
I was going to save it for that show, but go ahead.
Why don't you mention it now? Who's the number one male wrestler?
It's garbage.
It's the number one male wrestler in professional wrestling for 2025, Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, okay.
Number 2, Mercedes Monet.
Okay.
Best PPV/PLE of 2025.
All in.
Was Double or Nothing, you said.
Oh, double. No, I think it was either Double or Nothing or All In. I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
It was very AEW centric.
I stepped in dog shit, or was it cat shit? It might have been bear shit out my backyard. Who knows? I still stepped in shit. Does it really matter? It's shit.
It's just
and I'm sure
horrible.
they are going to look. Roadrunner 5432167XXX, whatever your handle is. It doesn't matter what you're going to comment on this video. We don't give a shit. We don't like this product. We like a lot of the talent that works for this company. We really do. We just do not like the booker. We do not like this product. Okay? We're not WWE shills. SmackDown is fucking garbage. Okay? It's garbage for the last 2 months.
It's just boring. It's just boring.
So is AEW.
Yeah, no, on SmackDown, there's no dick biting. Let's get that straight now. There's a huge difference.
Pal, it's not good, pal.
It's just boring, but there's no cockmongering.
When will they bring that man back? They're going to have to let this cool off.
Oh, dude, they're going to chant it immediately. That's why he wasn't there. They knew that chant was coming.
Absolutely. You bite one schwanz, you're a schwanz biter for life.
Thank you all for
just
watching.
Gave you the European
subscribe.
version.
We appreciate you all. Have a great Christmas, and we don't see you before then.
Till next week, Gordon Soley saying so long from the Sunshine State.